Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, one and all. The bearded and the beardless, the suspenders full, the suspenders lacking, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 211. I am 7 minutes late. I know, this doesn't happen. It never happens. But it just happened. I am 7 minutes late to my own show, and I really have no one to blame but myself. So you'll have to forgive me for my tardiness, for my misdeeds, and I deserve punishment. But I will not get it because I own this show. Yes, curse those bloiting elves, says Esmer64. They are the ones that are at fault for this week's delay. But delay or not, I have a fantastic show for you all. Now, where's Shawarma? Where is he? There he is. Look what I've got today. This bad boy was a gift from our very talented Shawarma. And look, it's the length of my head. Right? It's bigger than my hand, which isn't saying much because I have small hands. It's as wide as my face. Wider than my face. Wider than my beard. Shawarma says that it's even older in about 2 hours. What? Oh, he's going to be older in 2 hours. I don't know. Someone's going to be older in 2 hours. Look at this. It's wider than my beard, everybody. It's wider than my hat. It is a big cigar. A behemoth of a cigar. I have no idea how I'm going to get through this entire thing today. But I better start now, right? I mean, we shall not let this thing delay any longer. We're having a fantastic show today. And, yeah, this is what I'm smoking. So, is it bigger than my mouth? That's a good question, Shawarma. Is this cigar bigger than my mouth? Depends on how you look at it, I guess. Ow! For the first time ever, I snipped off a bit of my finger. That was my ring finger, but my other ring finger. No. I did not just flip you off. A smooth draw, ladies and gentlemen. That is a very good sign. Really? Shawarma shall be older in about 2 hours or so. Apparently, I am a week older than he is. You mean all this time we've been making fun of Shawarma's age? And I'm older than him? No! This cannot be! Well, happy birthday to you anyway, Shawarma. This show will be ending an hour before you turn 32. If that is indeed your real age. So, congratulations in advance. So, I hope you're joining me today and smoking a stogie of your own. I shouldn't be the only one smoking such a classy, nay, resplendent cigar. Shawarma says I know better than that. I should read the contents of his letter. Should I? No, he said keep it private. I'll keep it private. But you are a gentleman and a scholar, Shawarma, and you can't change my mind on that, no matter how surly you act in chat. No lighter for this bad boy. This is all about matches. Right? Kokugin says that's a great looking cigar. I know. I'm fairly impressed by this thing. So for those interested, it is an Afuente Gran Reserva, handmade in Nicaragua, I think. I've had Afuentes before, and I've always enjoyed them, but I've never had one of this caliber. Ninja of WoW says, hello, Mr. Oxhorn. Today is a Doctor Who day called Dalek. day. Really? So does that mean that throughout the entire show you guys are going to be sitting there going, exterminate, exterminate? Tell you what, someone needs to find a Doctor Who rap. And the only words in the rap are exterminate, and that is the rap I will do for the show. It probably doesn't exist. I should do it. Alright, we got some great people in the chat today. Twitch is starting to take off here. Hi Ox, says Dookie Pie. Pleasure to see you again, Dookie Pie. You sir, you look like a real sir, says Ripzado. Never knew you looked this bad butt. Well, it is true. I do look this bad butt. And I hope that's a very good thing. Alder Omen says, hello Oxhorn, how are you? With a monster wearing sunglasses. Oh no, that's a bear wearing sunglasses, I think. Thank you, I'm doing very well. Hope you are as well. William Moore says, dear Oxhorn, I'm sad to say I must miss the rest of the show, so stay classy and cheers. Cheers to you, good sir. Sad that you are missing the rest of this show, but I'm so glad that you actually made it. It's time to pour a gentlemanly imbibable. We have started a conflagration, of which we are not ashamed. It is now time to pour some nectar from the sweet, sweet bottle of Glenfiddich, so that the class factor of this show be raised just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. By the way, there were some ashes in my shot glass from a smoking session I had earlier. And so I did the only sensible thing, and I cleaned it out with the coarsest material known to man. Royal Gentleman Blended Scotch Whiskey. Not good. So it's now ready for some good whiskey. Some good Glenfiddich Scotch. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your glasses. Chins up, beards down, and bottoms up. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Ninja of WoW says, Yobo! That's right! Yobo! That is the catchphrase of this show. No. We are not teenage children. We do not run around saying, bro, can you even lift? Or YOLO. Or what's the other one? Keep calm and carry on. I forget. No. We do not YOLO. We YOBO. You only beard once, ladies and gentlemen. You only beard once. Who was it that suggested I turn that into a shirt? Autumn, was that you? Radfan1992 says, raise your dongers? No. I said raise your glasses. Raise your chins. Yoba the shirt? Yeah, I should probably make that. Swag. That's right. Swag is the thing. Should I make some Yobo swag? Oh, I think... The worlds collided right there. That's just too much. Too much. Where is it? Where is it? I've got to have it around here somewhere. There it is. Durzakill says, Yobo? Why, that's as crazy as Oxhorn writing a book. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Oxhorn did write a novel. It's called The Tale of Coron Hastings, available from any fine novel retailers online, including Amazon, in an ebook form, hardcover or paperback, guaranteed to make you smiley in all sorts of places. A swashbuckling young adult adventure novel set at sea in a fantasy world of my own creation for the low price of money. Buy it today, ladies and gentlemen. Buy it today. There we go. How is it that me promoting my own book has become like a meme of the show? I'm not complaining. I get to talk about my own novel. This is good. Found a free... Ugh. Rad fan, you make me sad. Jarmid says, I think I have an amount in the range of money lying here somewhere. Indeed. Indeed, I'm glad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have... Kagond says, OxhornGrowABeardNow.com. You spelled it wrong. It's grow a beard, not grow a beard. I don't understand. Wow. Banning people left and right today. Right, it's grow a beard. B-E-A-R-D. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show for you all today. I have a whole lot of fan art available to you. Mainly because you all submitted it. That's right, you guys are so talented that you create fan artwork for my show every week, and I am eternally grateful. Time now to show off your creative excretions. All right, here we go. This was submitted by Pat Takita, and here we go. You can't grow a tree, right, without... Oh, come on, really? It's not letting me... This is infuriating. I can't show you it because it's... Come on. It's too tall for the screen. Well, the punchline is without bark, and you've got a dog buried in the ground, right? You can't grow a tree without bark. Not exactly sure why that's relevant to Scotch and smoke rings or Oxhorn, but I lulled a little inside. I did. I lulled a little. All right, next piece is this one by Autumn. She says, I decided to add to the picture of Cho'Gath from League of Legends. And I added the pecan pie, of course, as the gnome. Here, let me give you a better look at it. Now it is truly for Oxhorn. And indeed, look at this. We've got this guy right here in a top hat and a monocle, which is classy enough. In one paw is a little gnome, and then in the other is a pecan pie. And he's holding a glass of wine. This is fairly classy, I have to admit. So, thank you for that one, Autumn. Philly Flo says, I haven't seen this show for years. Awesome to be back. Awesome to have you back. So glad that you're here. And why isn't this fan art loading? Come on, fan art. Why is it blank? No. Let's see if I can find it again. Where was it? I mean, this is it right there. Can I open it? There it is. All right, this is the fan art. And the caption says, Oxhorn starting his new rap career under the stage name Oxhorn Yobo. O-K-S-H-O-R-N-N-E. Right? Yeah, could I be the next big time rapper? I think so. I have a lack of bling around my neck. My repertoire is fairly limited. But I do think that I would be able to establish the next amazing online rap following. I could be the gentleman Gaga, as opposed to the lady Gaga. But as we all know, Gagas tend not to be ladies. Anyway, so thank you for the fan art, ladies and gentlemen. Epic pieces of creativity. Akvard says, Oxhorn, I miss your YouTube movies. Good sir, I just released a new movie less than 2 weeks, well, over 2 weeks ago, called Into the Tin. It is the creative sequel to my Inventing Swear Words series and has all of your most beloved characters. It's up at oxhorn.com right now if you want to check it out. Oh, he saw it. And he said that I ended. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So you're up with the times, I see. Well, yeah, so that is my last movie For those who don't know, I am retired from making movies. Not necessarily from making music. And definitely not retired from broadcasting this fine show. As you can see, because here I am, beard intact, smoking a gentleman name. Why, asks Kong, for a number of reasons. I explained it at length on my blog. It's called bloggingwithclass.com, and there's a blog post on the front page titled Why I'm Retiring from Movie Making. I believe I listed fairly good reasons, so check that out there. And then also at the end of my new movie, Into the 10, I talk a little bit about why I'm retiring. But that doesn't mean I won't be doing other creative excretions. This show is one of them. My music is another, among a number of other dalliances. Brody Powell says, "Hey Oxhorn, I've been watching your show on YouTube for ages, but this is the first time I've had the privilege to watch it live. Good to be here amongst fellow gentlemen and Scotch drinkers." Indeed, good sir. A pleasure to have you here, good fellow. Cheers. Bottoms up. Rather large, gentlemanly cigar, says Durzakill. Indeed, this was a gift from Shawarma. If you too would like to give us give the show a Scotch or cigar submission, my P.O. Box is listed at scotchandsmokerings.com. You're welcome to contribute to the show. Kagan DK says, "You're going to start to be on Twitch?" Here I am on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. I do this show every Thursday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. So mark your calendars, move your wedding anniversaries if they get in the way. This show is far more important. But you can set your clock to it. No Feelings says, "Your movies were the highlight of my days." Well, I hope your days are not over, and I hope you have many more of them to come. But I am pleased and honored that my movies have been such a highlight in your life. Feel free to go back and watch reruns of my other movies, and stick with me on social media, because who knows, maybe I'll have a little something for you in the future. Durzakill says, "You have 4 chats up, right?" Yeah, I've got Twitter, Facebook, Livestream, and Twitch. I'm monitoring a lot of people right now, and that's okay. Okay, so Ox, you missed my fan art. Also, Esmer sent the cigar you have now. Esmer, really? Okay, hold on, I'm confused. I got 3 cigars at the same time. I opened my P.O. box. There were 3 cigars from 3 different people, okay? Shawarma was last week. Evan was this week. Alright, I'm sorry if I got confused. This apparently is from Evan. Evan, I got your letter and I got your cigar. Thank you so much. This is from Evan. Shawarma's was last week. I smoked Shawarma's cigar last week. Is that correct? I got... Shawarma says mine had the Phillies unless... That's right, that's right. These came from Shawarma, which have been delicious, by the way. I'm almost done with them. Do I have any more? Yeah, I have one more. This one's for tomorrow. It's my last one. They're pretty good. I probably won't buy these in the future just because they're so... They go by very quickly, and they've got too much sugar on them. When you taste them, they actually taste very sweet. And that's a new experience for me. I'm not used to cigars tasting sweet. But I can't say that I disliked it. I didn't dislike it. So thank you for that very much, Shawarma. And then he sent me this cigar I had last week. And then Esmer sent me this one. Thank you very much, Esmer. It is long, larger than my head, and delicious. Kagon DK says, "How many girls have fallen on the floor while they looked at your lovely beard?" Then he says, "I spelt beard wrong." And then he corrected his spelling of the word spelled. But I'm so glad that his grammar is correct. To answer your question, Far more than I could ever count. You know, I walk down the streets with my beautiful wife and my baby boy, and we go to the farmers markets, or we just stroll along to the local ice cream parlor. And the women, as they see me, they collapse in a fit of frenzy, much like the fans of the Beatles did back in the day. And I can only attribute that behavior to my beard. It's really the only thing that majestic that is obvious to all. So it is a burden. It is really my thorn, my cross to bear. What can I do? Kagon DK says, sorry, I'm Croatian. No need to be sorry about that, good sir. Croatia is a gentlemanly place. Shawarma says, calm down now. Oxhorn is now older than I am, so senility is setting in. Yeah. Now my mind is not what it once used to be, which is great. You know what they say about ignorance being bliss? I feel much blissful, much more blissful. All right. I missed fan art apparently. All right, I had all of the fan art up on my screen. Before the show started. So if there's new fan art there, it's because you guys went and put it there. Right before the show started. I failed to scroll down further. Is that it? All right, let me show off some more fan art. Well, I showed off the fan art from last week, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Evan has already put a poll on the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook group asking, what rap should Oxhorn read tonight? I'm so glad you did because I forgot to put a poll. And so far the winner is Gold Digger by Kanye West. Coming up second is Beautiful by Eminem. And then third is No Worries by Lil Wayne. Go to the Scotch and Smoke Rings group. I just accepted 5 invites from people, so if you have been waiting for an invite, you can check it out. Go and vote for your favorite rap, and towards the middle of the show, I will read rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. Also, I have no idea what those raps are, so this ought to be fun. Alright, let's see if there's any more fan art here that I missed. I saw the Red Snapper one, and I saw the ones from Eric about the different classes, because I showed those off last week. I saw In the Mountains from Oh, here's one. I haven't seen that one. Thank you. And I saw that one. Here's one from David. I haven't seen that. Oh, here's Greg. Oh, Greg, you make me laugh. All right. Greg and Goldbreath. Okay, so there is plenty of fan art that I missed. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'll show this off to you post haste. Right, so this one was submitted by Lauren, and this is her BFF. Her Biff boyfriend. Okay, I don't understand these acronyms anymore. I'm too old for this. But anyway, this is her BIFF, and she says, hey, remember I told you that he's growing a massive beard? Well, here he is as promised in an actual Jedi robe replica that I bought him. Oh, this is his classy/proper face. Look, Lauren, your boyfriend has an amazing beard growing. It's new. I can tell that it's definitely new, and the mustache area is slightly thin. But you know what? These things just take time. He needs to put some effort and work into it, and then over time, it will grow to be the glorious thing you see attached to my chin. So major kudos to him. And major kudos to you. You have excellent taste. All right, what's this? What is this? I don't know. What are we watching right now? Holy moly! Okay, this was submitted by David Sursu. And apparently he has some masterful upper lip muscles there. Great. Nicely done. Thank you for that one. This one was submitted by Ghoulbreath, and he says, my video lagged and froze on this face. Yep, that's I don't remember what was going on when I did this, but thank you, Ghoulbreath, for pointing it out to me. And then this particular screenshot has spawned a series of imitations. This one by Sam Nichols. Arr, yes, apparently I was doing my pirate impression at that moment. And then there's this next one, by Greg Hartung. Yobo, you only beard once. Yeah, well, that must have been what I was saying at that time. So, you guys never fail to astound me in many positive ways. So thank you very much for all of those amazing pieces of fan art. Did I miss any? No? Okay. I hope I didn't miss any. Wait a minute. What's going on here? There we are. Much better. This is what happens when I move too much. The focus goes off. Lepidus of Rune Totem says, Oxhorn, my good sir, what will you be drinking this fine hour? Today I am drinking 12-year-old Glenfiddich single malt Scotch whiskey in a shot glass. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Thunder God, I showed off the bark one with the dog. I showed it. It was towards the beginning of the show. You might have missed it. But I did show it. That's right. Titan Spine says there should be a full screen cam talk part of Twitch. There should. That would actually be kind of fun. Although I can see that it would get abused. I'd have to have some fairly strict moderators on if we decided to do anything like that. But I wouldn't be opposed to it. That actually sounds kind of fun. Too Strong says, I've never seen this dude on Twitch. Well, there's a first time for everything. This show is officially 4 years old. So, you've missed a lot of class, but you made it just in time. Welcome to the show. Great. Durs the Kill asks a great question. There's something I don't understand. What's the difference between a malt whiskey and a single malt whiskey? I think you mean what's the difference between a blended Scotch whiskey and a single malt whiskey. Now, I'm no expert, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that a single malt Scotch whiskey means that it has sat and it is sat in one barrel for the full amount of time. So this is a 12-year-old bottle of single malt Scotch whiskey, which means I believe that for 12 years it sat in one bourbon barrel and soaked up all the fine flavors of that particular barrel. Blended Scotch whiskey means that they take Scotch and they brew it in a whole bunch of different barrels, and then they mix it all together when it's time to package it. And people will say that blended Scotch whiskey is not as smooth in flavor as single malt whiskey. And I don't know the chemistry behind it, but in my personal experience, I have found that to be quite correct. Blended Scotch whiskey, while nice, is not as smooth as single malt Scotch whiskey. Great. All right, different conversation going on. Esmer says, sir, do you even lift a glass of Scotch? Yes, I do lift a glass of Scotch. bro. Yes, yes. Mr. 8 Ball says, you did mention this before, but what is a good scotch for people to start drinking when they turn 21? In my personal experience, I have found that Glenfiddich and Laphroaig and Glenlivet, or I suppose it's Glenlivet. Sorry, did I say Glenlivet? I did not mean that. It's Glenlivet. No, it is Glenlivet. It's not Glenlivet. Sorry, my mind is getting mixed up. Glenlivet? No, it's Glenmorangie. Anyway, the Scottish whiskies, or Scotch, tend to be better if they're from the island of Islay, because they soak up a lot of that natural peaty flavor. However, I also understand that there are many people who are intimidated by the peaty flavor of certain types of scotches, because a scotch like this is like putting your mouth in a roaring campfire. Not that it's hot, but it tastes like you're drinking ashes. In a good way. I know that's hard to explain. So if I were to recommend a starting scotch, maybe I would actually start you off with bourbon. Bullet bourbon is fantastic. I like Bullet and I like Knob Creek. Those are both good bourbons. And the difference between a bourbon and a scotch is that bourbon is made in Kentucky, not Scotland. Scotch is made from Scotland. So. Who's asking for Kevin? Where is he? Kevin! Oh, where'd he go? He's hiding from me. Oh, he was hiding in my ashtray. Come on, Kevin. There he is. Kevin is here to say hi. He's been sleeping in the ashes over there because he's slightly jealous. I spend more time smoking my cigars and dumping them in the ashtray than I do with Kevin, and I'm sure Kevin is slightly jealous, so sorry about that, Kevin. He is, of course, the official mascot of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Pleasure to have you here, Kevin. I'm going to set him aside for now. Kagonk says, I thought he was a turtle. You're thinking about Hat the singing turtle. And he is on vacation. He's been on an extended vacation for quite some time. The last time you guys saw him live was probably about 2010. But he's off and about exploring the world. He sent me a letter not long ago. I believe he's on Mercury. He hitched a ride with the Messenger probe as it left Earth because he wanted to explore the tiny planet closest to the sun. And so he's having a great time. He'll be back in a few decades. Philly Flo says, do you prefer a very smoky whiskey over a less smoky whiskey? I prefer very smoky whiskeys. Not smoky whiskeys are good too, but... Steph Sarge says, Toki, is that something that was before episode 150? Probably. Who was mentioning Toki? Toki is the name... Toki is the name of my cat. And obviously you don't see a cat here, because Toki no longer lives here. It's not because something nefarious has happened to Toki. I gave the cat to my mom. That's right. Toki now lives with my mom because I now have a baby, and I don't want a cat with claws playing with my baby boy. So... Goldbreath says, wait. You had a cat, and I didn't know of it? Goldbreath! Bro! I know we're tight, and I know we're in the hizzy. And what's you say? But, yes, you don't know everything about my life. There are things I keep secret. This is not one of them, because everybody knew I had a cat. How did you not know that I had a cat? I gave him away to my mother, and my mother now owns Toki. Toki is still a cute, adorable, cuddly little cat. I'm a cute little hardcore kitten says, Oxhorn, look out, there's a hippie elf behind you. What? Oh man, you had me. Those hippie elves, they come out of the shadows and they steal my cigars. Curse them to this day. How old is your baby and what is his name, if you don't mind saying, asks Kagondik. His name is Gavin, and he is 14 months old. He is a beautiful baby boy, and he's in the other room wrestling with toys and having a good old time. You can see photos of him on... actually, he's co-hosted the show a few times. If you want to see him, go to scotchandsmokerings.com, click on the episodes section. You can scroll through the previous episodes. HT Star says not to make him feel bad. I didn't know he had a cat either. It's okay. It's alright. No one should feel bad. Juicy Balks says, what's your opinion on marijuana? If you don't mind asking me, asking Oxhorn. I ask because you are in Washington as well, and it's legal here now. Well, welcome to you, fellow Washingtonian. Pleasure to have you here. I don't know why. But for some reason, the fine people over at Twitch TV seem to be completely preoccupied with the marijuana. I find it less fascinating. However, I'm willing to give you my opinion. And I'll make this very brief. So, I have a long history of not really having an opinion on marijuana. If it's legal, do your thing. God bless. If it's illegal, follow the law. However, it has recently come to my attention that marijuana is one of the leading causes of schizophrenia. My baby boy is looking at us through the window. Hi, Gavin. Hey, buddy. What? He wants to be a star on the show. When he's older, can you hear him banging on my window? That's gonna get annoying. Come on, Gavin. Come on, buddy. Anyway, I saw some recent stats that show that marijuana is the leading cause of schizophrenia, which is a terrible, terrible thing. I don't know if anyone knows anyone who's schizophrenic, but schizophrenia is really nothing. There's nothing fun about it. So that makes marijuana a fairly dangerous thing. So I cannot, in all good conscience, approve of it. That's my opinion on it. Wait, did you hear that? The hippie elves are closing in, says Ninja of WoW. He's not a hippie elf, alright? He is a cute, cuddly, adorable Taran chieftain. Gregoron of Drendon says, Ox, I just wanted to let you know I am indeed Greg Hartung, not an imposter desperate for attention. I figured I'd at last take up an alias on the show rather than my real life name. But Greg, how do I know? I mean, anyone could have called themselves Gregorian of Drendon and said I'm really Greg Hartung. Yeah, Shawarma says McLovin, right? Make it clear for everybody, Greg, and just call yourself McLovin. That apparently is your new name. You are no longer Gregorian of Drendon. You are now McLovin. Get used to it. Accept it. Just embrace that reality. I kid. Spit Chin raises a very valid point that anyone with a sanely logical mind will have thought of by now and says, tobacco causes many life-threatening problems and alcohol is a poison. Yet you approve of them. Not a stab, but I just find that funny. My boy is going to break through that window soon. Well, here's my philosophy on that. I agree that tobacco products do cause cancer. That's true. I can't deny that. That's an absolute fact of reality and of science. Another absolute fact of reality and science is that owning a home too close to a freeway also causes cancer. Right? More people are diagnosed with cancer, not because of lung cancer, but other types of cancer. So that's an interesting tidbit as well. What is also true is that when used in moderation, cigars and tobacco pipes won't harm you in the long term. If I were to smoke one of these every single day, and if I were to inhale the smoke into my lungs, that would be terrible for me. It would be really, really horrible, and I couldn't advocate anything like that. But if used in moderation once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm feeling particularly fancy, it's not going to really hurt me. Just like eating chocolate once or twice a week isn't going to hurt me. Sugar kills more people every year than tobacco-related deaths. It's true. But we give sugar to our children. We give it to them in candies and cakes. There is sugar in gums. There is sugar in medicine. Sugar kills more people than cancer and tobacco. So, you know, you got to pick your poisons here. The thing about marijuana, now I'm no expert, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But from everything I have read, the percentage of people who gain schizophrenia from having a daily habit of marijuana is higher than the percentage of people who gain cancer from having a daily habit of tobacco. Cigarettes I will never endorse because cigarettes are designed to make you addicted, but cigars and tobacco pipes are designed to be used in moderation, and so I think that they're a little bit more conscionable. I'm not here to create any laws about marijuana. I'm not here to create any laws about cigarettes, but I'm here to just talk about the risks, the pros and the cons, and the benefits and the detriments. I'm not trying to take away marijuana from any grandmas in the house. Just saying that for sure. Foul Flow says, so just to keep the discussion going, then moderate cannabis use would also be fine. Yeah, I suppose so. If used in moderation, infrequently, I can't see the harm in it. Brandon, your scotch is getting lonely, says ThunderGod91. Cheers. Thank you for keeping me on topic. This is, after all, scotch and smoke drinks. So here we go. Spitchin says, can you link me to this info? Because as far as I've seen, there's no conclusive information that marijuana causes schizophrenia. I actually, I'm glad you asked that. I'm not upset. I actually just learned that today. I learned it today while reading the news. So I have a blog post planned where I'm going to map out all of the references that I have and make a logical case about it, and I'll post it at bloggingwithclass.com. I'm not going to do that tonight. Today is Scotch and Smoke Rings night. I'm here to drink Scotch and smoke cigars, but I will get to that, and you can check it out at bloggingwithclass.com. Just subscribe to the blog, and you'll get it in your email the next time I finish it. Wow, there are a lot of strong opinions about marijuana, of all things, on Twitch TV. Could it be that people sitting down to play video games or watch other people play video games also choke up? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Ferrosiu says schizophrenia is already inside someone's mind before he smokes weed. Death is already in someone's future before they light up a cigar. What? Greg McLovin Hartung. He changed his name to Greg McLovin Hartung. Sorry I'm late, says Greg McLovin Hartung. I had to beat the living flack out of this imposter who tried to ruin my name by using an RP nickname. What a joke, right? That's hilarious. Well, good sir, I'm glad that you have a good humor about it. Did you guys see the episode where Greg Hartung came and co-hosted the show with us? It was a great episode. We had Beanstalk and Greg here. Far more interesting than having simply me. Well, is it really 7:50? Good grief. Well, because I started late, I'm going to make this an extra long episode of Scotch, pardon me, Scotch and Smoke Rings. Vandalism says, take another smoke. Okay. Smoke rings times. I haven't done smoke rings yet. Have I done many? Not many, that's right. Go until Gavin comes through the window, says Shawarma. Look, his mom is supposed to be watching him right now. I think she's probably destroying 13-year-old boys in Halo. That is her favorite pastime. Trust me, never face my wife in Halo or Call of Duty. She will destroy you. That's right, I'm putting that out there. I don't care who you are. If you pick up a controller and try and fight my wife in Halo or Call of Duty, you will be destroyed. Your remains will be plastered all over the wall. She will make a mosaic out of your bits and pieces with a gun within either of those two games. That is how talented that woman is. So, Pharaoh Sue says, I don't play console. Neither do I. I'm horrible at console games. Try and get me behind a first-person shooter, and I will look at the sky and run around in circles and try and shoot at clouds. That's how bad I am at first-person shooters and console games. The only first-person shooter I was ever any good at was Team Fortress 2. PC game, of course. And the only one I ever was really good at was the Pyro. Because all you have to do is hold one button. You hold one button and move. WASD and left mouse key. That's the complete complexity of the Pyro from Team Fortress 2. And I'm good at it. So I'm just going to go with it. Pharaoh Sue says, nice one. You got a YouTube channel? My Machinima YouTube channel is youtube.com/Oxhorn, where you can see all of my World of Warcraft Machinima movies. My Scotch and Smoke Rings channel is youtube.com/ClassyManIam, all one word. Classy Man I Am, no hyphens, all one word, and you can find all my movies there. Subscribe if you want to, feel free, but you can also see the replays of this show at scotchandsmokerings.com. MT Adroni says, the first time I stumble upon this, and I've got to say, this stream seems somewhat special. Thanks! I'm happy to be special and to provide education. Does that make it special education? Oh, I get to ban someone. Banned. Alright, where was I? What was I doing before I started going off on a rant on how awesome my wife is at video games? Orange Swagger says, Oxhorn, how do I do smoke rings? Hey, Rollaran is here! He's 6 minutes before the show ends. Great that you're here, Rollaran! He says, Oxhorn, what did I miss? You missed me smoking this amazing cigar by Evan, or Esmer. Apparently I smoked Shawarma's cigar last week, and I got mixed up, but this thing was like up to here when I started, and the show's almost over, and I'm only to there. Smoke faster, darn it. Smoke rings, here we go. F and Max says, are you going to do don'ts for husbands and don'ts for wives? Yes, I am. Where did the time go? I just sit here and I start answering questions. I didn't even get to do all the segments. I still have to do the rap. I got to do don'ts for husbands and don'ts for wives. And I got to do the smoke ship. All right, here we go. I got to get focused. I got to focus, Oxhorn. Here we go. I keep trying to hit the camera. My aim is not what it once was. Almost got it that time. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. Steph Search says switch to 720p. That's right. I am streaming in HD, so if you don't have very good quality, switch to 720p and you will have good quality. Okay. Don'ts for husbands and don'ts for wives. Then we move on to reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. A popular segment of the show. If you would like to be involved in choosing the rap that I do, go to the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook group and vote there. The fans are voting on the rap that I'm going to do. Alright, Don'ts for Husbands, written in 1913, so filled with all sorts of politically correct advice. This one is for husbands on children. Don't forget to set an example to your children of being thoughtful for their mother. They will soon learn to save her in all sorts of little ways if they see that you always do as well. Good advice. Don't be unreasonable in your demands on your wife's time during the child-rearing years. If you join her in her hours with the children, you will find added joys in your life, and you will not miss her exclusive attentions to you. Sage advice. Don't leave your wife everything in connection with the education and upbringing of the children. Discuss all points of difficulty with her and come to an agreement as to the best way to act under given circumstances. Be involved in their rearing and upbringing, right? Cool, cool. Don't let your children fear you. Love, not fear, is the key to their character. Don't know if I agree with that one. I'm all about love. I want the boy to love me. I also want the boy to have a healthy fear of me as well. Don'ts for wives, no? Alright, ladies. Listen up. From 1913. Don't be a household martyr, ladies. Some wives are never happy unless they are miserable, but their husbands don't appreciate this particular trait. True. The woeful smile is most exasperating. Don't let your servants use paraffin wax for fire lighting purposes, nor leave a newspaper fastened up in front of the fireplace to draw up the fire. If you do, they will probably have your house set on fire sometime or another. That's very specific advice. Paraffin wax and newspaper. Okay. Don't say it's a waste of time to make marmalade at home when you can get it better made from the stores. Your husband and children never like any so well as yours, and it is worth the trouble of making to see how they enjoy eating it. So advice on making marmalade. So, who here, any husbands in the house, when was the last time your wife made you marmalade? Yeah. Don't omit to learn how to put on a bandage. You will be very lucky if you get through your married life without having to do it for some member of the family, and the right way is so much better than the wrong one. This made in a time before Band-Aids. So ladies, Band-Aids. Alright, time for a rap. Reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. Fireflow says, I think you have a curtain mover behind you. I do. It's the elf that is haunting this house. Okay, let's see what you guys voted on. I'm going to refresh the page here. What? Do we have a tie? We have a tie! Alright. I didn't add any of these choices. These were all fan-submitted choices, but the choices were Gold Digger by Kanye West, Beautiful by Eminem, No Worries by Lil Wayne, which got 0 votes, by the way, and then Blue Box, Doctor Who Rap, Thrift Shop Parody by MC. Both Gold Digger and the Doctor Who Rap got 4 votes. And since it is Dalek Day, apparently today is Dalek Day for Doctor Who fans, I'm going to have to do the Blue Box Doctor Who Rap. If I can find it. Blue Box Doctor Who Rap, Thrift Shop Parody. Let's see if I can find some lyrics. Now, I already did Thrift Shop on this show, so will I be... I'm not... Oh, here we go. Alright, here we go. I've got the lyrics up in front of me. I hope these are the right ones. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Doctor Who rap. Now, many of you realize that rap is a confusing and baffling set of musical things as far as I'm concerned, so I tend to read rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. The humor in that is that I tend to read real rap lyrics and then bleep them out as necessary. So when doing fake rap lyrics, it kind of loses its charm because it's already humorous because it's fake. Well, we'll try it anyway and see how it works. Here we go. Reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. Blue Box MC Eddie. Doctor Who Thrift Shop parody. XX terminate. I'm gonna stop these Daleks. Screwdriver in my pocket. I cruise time and space in a TARDIS. This is bloiting awesome. Crash into your life like, what up? I got a blue box. Grab your hand. Say run, better follow till I stop. Trust me, I'm the doctor. Got a lot of stuff to show you. People stare like they confused. All they ask is, Doctor Who? When I go to war, all you demons better hide. Police box blue and yo, it's bigger on the inside. Sport a tweed jacket and burgundy bow tie. Fezzes are cool too. A style that is timeless. But, drat, Amy Pond won a diss. Rockin' Converse Chuck Taylors with a pinstripe suit. With the black frame glasses to boot. Geronimo! Allons-y! I am so fantastic. Rock a leather jacket. I'm the last time war vet. I'ma take your grandpa now. I'ma take your grandpa out. Well, that seems kind of dark. Goodness. Knockin' 4 times. Ask with what I'm talking about. Any face I'm wearing, though, I'm dressed to the nines. A sci-fi Time Lord, and I shine like K9. That's a reference to a different sci-fi TV show. What do you know? Affirmative. I am the oncoming rhyme. I time-locked hip-hop, now the universe is mine. Phone box ringing. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? Again through the time vortex we go. I could show a single episode to those who oppose. And even brown coats would be like, Flack, this is the best show. How long is this? What you know about a bad wolf bay? Yeah, nothing. I'm a bad, flacking chacker with big friendly buttons. Never get me angry, because let me tell you something. More dangerous than Hulk, and basically, you should be running. Mad man with a pox upon Cybermen. Delete this Walsh, I'm PO'd, and now I'm sonicking up. Topple your regime, a screwdriver in hand. It goes bzzz and shows you who's in command. I shut the silence up. I only play for keeps. I start the TARDIS up and give the angels cause to weep. I wear the doctor's clothes. I look incredible. I'm in a tight tweed coat with patches up on both elbows. I wear the doctor clothes. I look incredible. I wear a tight tweed coat with patches upon both elbows. So there you go. That was reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. As you can see, I happen to be a bit of a Whosian myself to a certain extent. And so I kind of knew many of the references they were making in that song, even though I had never heard that song before or read the lyrics. So hopefully I did a passable performance of that particular rap ditty. Autumn of Kargath says, what do you think about the 12th Doctor Ox? I haven't seen the 12th Doctor. The whole Matt Smith Doctor is still new to me. I got really into it when... What's his name? The 10th Doctor What's the actor's name? Forget. Anyway, I was really into that particular series. Watched every episode. And then when Matt started, I watched maybe the first 2 seasons. And yeah, that's right, David Tennant. Thank you, Autumn. I watched the first 2 seasons and I haven't finished them. But I like them. Endikia says spaghetti Yolonaise. Are we already getting smoke ship ideas? Drozif says, where do you get your cigars from? From fans. That's right, you guys send me many of my cigars. So thank you all ahead of time. It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. On scotchandsmokerings.com, we tend, at the end of the program, to blow a smoke ship into existence. That's right, if any of you are familiar with the Lord of the Rings, you will know that Gandalf is very good at this. I taught Gandalf everything he knows. Therefore, I hope to show you all today a very epic smoke ship based upon your imaginations. So what would you like to say? And I will do my very best to accommodate. Juicebox says Gandalf riding on the back of a giant eagle. That's very, very Tolkien. ThunderGod91 says Oxhorn atop a bacon-made Dalek attacking Stormwind whilst the hippie elves attempt to break into the classy realm to steal the Ox's Scotch and cigars while the wee baby Gavin bangs on the windows. Towel? I don't understand that last word. Steph Search says Oxhorn with his stage name Oxhorn. OKS. Performing Blue Box, and sir, do you even lift a glass of scotch? On the speed barge in Thousand Needles as Staghorn and Mortus punt the gnome half of the ship. Punt the gnome half of the ship. Gotcha. And Indicia says Mortus owning raptors in the Ungoro crater. Right out of Inventing Swervers 3. Durzo says, a war galleon sailing on the open seas with Ox, Bean, and even with my troll avatar at the wheel, setting course for an island filled with veggies, on a quest to rescue Gavin from the clutches of the evil ghost elf with Nova wearing a Master Chief outfit, resting in the crow's nest, while Red Snappa and Bacon Rain from the heavens, refreshing the heroes and refilling their food supply. Bacon Rain? I like that. Greg McLovin Hartung says, Cloron captaining a colossal Canadian cruiser, clashing with Caldori commanders carrying corrupted cudgels, capable, pardon me, the alliteration is giving me giddy feelings, capable of converting carnivores into carrot-crunching cowards. Greg, you know all of my hidden loves. You know I love saying alliteration in a smoke ship. Yeah. All right. Ninja Vow says Oxhorn's companions, Rolaron Ninja Vow, and Mr. 8-Ball fighting Garrosh Hellscream, screaming exterminate. McLovin saying, I'm there, I'm Captain Jack Harkins, and you are Happy Dalek Day. So that was a Torchwood and a Doctor Who reference. I know my British TV. I know my British TV. Okay, Baldock says part 1. Great. This is starting to get epic. People are writing smoke books now. Part 1. While eating bacon pizza, drinking scotch, and smoking cigars on his yacht, Oxhorn gets attacked by pandas. Mortally wounded, he summons enough power to regenerate into the Panda Exterminator. Part 2. He dispatches the fiends with haste, makes panda pizzas out of them, and travels down the Medusa Cascade, reading the tale of Cloron Hastings. Oh my goodness. Shawarma says the mighty McLovin delivering a belated birthday cake to Oxhorn as Gavin goes all Steve Austin and breaks through the window as Nova screams, I'll frag you, you miserable 12-year-old. That's like real life. Autumn says Oxhorn, his family, and all his fans on an enormous cruise ship sailing across the ocean, drinking an endless supply of fine scotch and smoking Cuban cigars while sailing to a fantastic vacation on an island stocked with pecan pies and bacon. That is my vacation, like in 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation. Not sure how I'm going to do the show yet, but I will be eating bacon and pecan pies on an island with Scotch. That's my life. Mr. 8-Ball says Greg and Ox in a bacon-shaped warjet flying over Daleks and turning them into harmless love bots, while Ninja of WoW flies out while chanting Yobo, you only beard wants, and saving the 12th Doctor and Mr. 8-Ball from the grips of evil elves and hippie cybermen, while Nova makes an art piece out of weeping angels. This is very, very Doctor Who themed show today, isn't it? Okay, I better make a decision. You guys have so many good smoke ships today. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do Bald Oxes because he's got a mini novel here in part 1 and part 2, and I don't believe I've done one from him in a long time. So everybody has their turn. I am not Spider-Man. I do not only give one to all of you. I try to do as many as I can. Here we go. From Bald Ox, this is this week's smoke ship. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, because if you blink, you will miss it. Here we go. Get ready with your screenshot button. Wow! Did you see it? For the briefest of moments, before your very eyes was a beautiful diorama, divided into Part 1 and Part 2 by Bald Ox. Part 1 was while eating a bacon pizza, drinking scotch, and smoking cigars on my yacht, I get attacked by pandas. Mortally wounded, I summon enough power to regenerate, as who else but the panda exterminator. In Part 2, I dispatch the fiends with haste, make panda pizzas out of them, travel down the Medusa Cascade reading The Tale of Cloron Hastings. The best novel ever, according to everyone. That's right. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I had a blast. I hope you did too. We've gone 14 minutes over. That more than makes up for my 7 minutes of being tardy at the beginning of the show. Thanks to all the Twitch TV folks who decided to come today. Pleasure to have you. And thanks to everyone at scotchandsmokerings.com who decided to come today. As always, my regulars, thank you very much. Thanks to Shawarma and Evan who supplied us with the cigars. Thanks to everybody who has donated to the fun show. Juicebox says, no, I missed it. Well, don't worry. I'm going to upload a recording of this show to the internets later this evening. You'll be able to see it tomorrow morning at scotchandsmokerings.com. But you'll be able to see it later tonight at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/classymanIam. That's where it'll be posted. Anyway, go to bloggingwithclass.com if you want to learn more about why I retired from my movie making. There was another reason. I'm going to be having my blog posts posted there in the future, so subscribe to the blog. I just posted a whole bunch of Portal 2 items to my geek shop at Oxhorn.com. That's right, there is now a geek shop at Oxhorn.com. The collection is small, but they are fairly amazing, so check them out there. If you are growing a beard or plan to grow a beard, go to growabeardnow.com where you will find my fine collection of beard care items, as well as some blog posts that give the beard aspirants out there some sage advice. And as always, we say here at scotchandsmokerings.com, be sure, my good friends, to stay classy. I think my mustache is falling. My circles are not perfect.